back to the YouTube channel of Pro Enzo Vids, and today's video is going to be a bit different from what I normally do. It's more going to be about a discussion about someone who re-signed with the Melbourne Storm today on a 5-year deal, which I'm still very shocked about because I've never seen Melbourne Storm do this before, re-sign someone on a 5-year deal. Obviously must mean the club rates this particular player a lot. And yeah, you know, I thought, why not talk about it, because he's apparently rated as the next big thing or the next superstar in the game. So, you know, I thought, you know, why not make a video about this and just sort of give my thoughts on everything and the whole situation about this young Melbourne Storm back row, Jack Howarth, or I think that's how you say his last name, hopefully. But yeah, he's re-signed with the Melbourne Storm on a 5-year deal. Hasn't made his debut yet, which is very interesting. But I guess, you know, Melbourne Storm must rate him highly, like I said, and obviously Craig Bellamy is behind this as well. So I guess you can trust them with making that sort of decision, I guess. So yeah, you know, look, I saw some highlights of him today. I sort of watched Jack Howarth's highlights, and I was pretty impressed. You know, he seems like a big body who knows his way to the try line, looks pretty destructive on an edge as well. So I guess that gives me some sort of indication of why the Melbourne Storm have acted so quickly to re-sign for that long. And yeah, I guess the news added to that was, well, he did re-sign today, so that in case you guys didn't know. But yeah, it's pretty big news, obviously. I guess, you know, I guess, you know, it must mean that Kenny Bromwich is definitely leaving the Storm, because there was all that talk that Kenny Bromwich might go to the Dolphins next year, join Jesse Bromwich, his brother there, and I think that's going to happen now. So obviously that's mainly the reason why Jack Howarth is going to, like, you know, be kept for on a long-term deal, because obviously he must be guaranteed a starting spot when Kenny Bromwich and Felice Kafusi both leave the club, so he'll obviously take up one of those back row spots in the side. But yeah, look, to be re-signed by the Melbourne Storm for 5 years and not make his debut yet is obviously very special, and it's very big as well, because you must have done something right at training, or you must be that good of a player to get a contract like that. So yeah, I just want to say congratulations to him. You know, I think that's absolutely amazing for a rookie. You know, hopefully when he plays first grade or makes his debut one day, you know, he can you know, prove that he's definitely this big name star that we're all talking about, and you know that he in the future is big for him. Hopefully that he proves it, and I think he will. I think, you know, there's something about him that I like as well when I watch some of his highlights on YouTube. Yeah, it looks like a very good prospect, and I'm looking forward to seeing him play first grade very soon. You know, I was also reading today that apparently when he was 17 years old, he benched 160 kgs or something like that. That's what I read somewhere on Instagram, and I was like, oh, holy shit, did he really do that? Like, I was actually stunned that he benched that much, because that's like, far out. That's a lot. But yeah, you know, but look, overall, I'm just keen to see how he goes in first grade. You know, I'm looking forward to seeing if the hype's real and everything like that. And yeah, you know, look, it's obviously a very big thing for him in particular. You know, I don't really know too much about him as a player. I don't really have any, you know, don't have any like really real background knowledge about him, other than, you know, him just being a back row and him being someone who hasn't made their debut yet and get re-signed by the Storm on a 5-year deal to 2027. So that's all I pretty much know about him. But I'm sure by the time he's off contract, I'm sure by the time, you know, this video gets uploaded, we'll look back in this video 5 years before, like, you know, we'll look back in the past, and hopefully my YouTube channel is still around by then. We'll go back in time and look at this video, and then we're like, oh, look, you know, Jack Howarth was a star. He was a great player. He was you know, a fantastic back row who just, you know, one of the best players to play the game today. You know, now I don't really want to put any pressure on him, because, you know, that's the least thing I want to do is put pressure on someone that hasn't made their debut yet and is obviously getting a lot of hype. But yeah, obviously he's highly talented, which is fair enough, and hopefully all that hype is definitely worth it, you know, because I think it is. And yeah, it'd just be cool to look back. It'd be cool just to look back on this video in 5 years' time when he's off contract, and just like talk about, you know, how far he's come since re-signing with the Melbourne Storm. So yeah, that's why it'd be pretty cool, and hopefully my YouTube channel is still around by 2027. Like, I just hope so. So yeah, this would be pretty cool to look back on in the future, I reckon. But yeah, you know, obviously, you know, we don't really know him much now, but I'm sure by the time he gets more games at Melbourne and becomes a permanent starter for that Melbourne Storm team, I'm sure we'll all know who he is. So and yeah, and I guess as well, to add to this video as well, that the Storm have obviously done a lot of good they've obviously attracted a lot of good players in the past. You know, they've obviously attracted Greg Inglis and Slater, Cronk, and Smith. Now, I'm not comparing Howarth to those sort of players, but you know, obviously Storm are known for their retention and known for making great recruitments in the past and all that. So if Jack Howarth goes to that list of making it to that sort of list, then we'll have to wait and see, I guess. But yeah, it's obviously a very big news, and yeah, I really am keen to see how he goes in first grade. Like, I really am interested to see how he does handle playing in top grade and everything like that. But yeah, I think this brings an end to the video. Hope you all enjoyed. Make sure you do like, comment, and subscribe to the channel as always. And yeah, what's your thoughts on this re-sign by the Melbourne Storm? Like, do you think it's the right decision for the Storm going forward, or do you think it's a bit, you know, too much for a rookie that hasn't made their debut yet? But personally, for me, I think it's worth it. If Craig Bellamy thinks it's worth it and the Storm think it's worth it, then, you know, I guess that's pretty much my answer, that I think it is worth it as well, because obviously I trust that sort of I trust the whole sort of Storm system. Obviously the Storm system is one of the best in the NRL. They're a top franchise as well, the club in general. So yeah, it's huge, and I just thought, you know, why not make a video about this, because it's obviously very interesting news. But everyone, thanks for watching the video.